Tired of spending an hour spinning the magic wheel just to die in the boss fight? Right now I will teach my entire strategy for the beast egg. My philosophy with creating strategies is consistency first and speed second. This strategy will net you completion in less than half an hour every time. This video assumes you know how to do the egg, have director's cut, and are playing solo. For better or worse, variants will affect how you go about the boss fight in regards to the 99-second portion. In IW, there are variants that can make you invisible to zombies when you fire the last shot in a magazine. The safest and most preferable is the Stallion 44 variant named Marauder. It is only obtainable through supply drops, so sadly you cannot buy it with salvage. There is a similar variant for the M2187 named Shadow that can be bought with salvage, but it is much harder to work with, as it will need to be ran akimbo. Other than variants, make sure you have attachments set for your VPR, as it will be the main weapon you use. Here at the beginning of the game, run to your left and head through the door while pulling out the grenade launcher in the OSA. Check the wall above the next door if the skull box is up there. Shoot your grenade square on its cover, then shoot the skull. If the box isn't there, just keep moving on. Grab the PAP part near blue bolts as you pass by. Head through the med bay and into the 666 room. Check the skull location in here before dropping down the hole and grabbing Neil's head. You can use your OSA to kill a few cryptids during the pickup animation. Run back through spawn and put Neil's head in. You can use trailblazers to kill a few more cryptids on your way to slot Neil in. Head out to the cargo room and check the skull box location if it wasn't either of the other two. You can't hit the box from the side at all. You need to go down to the lower section of the stairs to get a good shot. Hop on the top red X and clear all the remaining cryptids. After those cryptids, nothing should come through the door. The zombies spawn underneath the platform you are on. You can shoot them through the floor. Game noises are very helpful here. You can hear the zombies as they spawn, run, and jump up. When the step finishes, press the theater turret button, then jump into the skull. Drop down to the bottom and pick up the entangler. Grab the PAP part on your way up. This will spawn a few cryptids. Kill them. Try to keep at least one zombie alive because they're a lot easier to work with than cryptids. Head up to the vent floppy drive and shoot it through the hole. Make sure you're horizontally aligned and aim at least a little bit above the hole. Run towards the stairs and look at the two vents opposite you. If the disc went to either of these two spots, there should be a noticeable burst of steam. Continue up the stairs and check both the vents up there for the drive. Take a note of the symbol if you do find it. I made an interactive solver. You can find a link to it in the description. It will automatically show your combination after you tap all your symbols. Entangle the helmet on your way up and use it to open up the medbay. Take a note of the symbol and drive in there. If you found the vent drive earlier, go up the stairs and take a left and head for the theater. If you didn't, use the drop down to spawn and check the last two vent locations. If you didn't find the vent drive anywhere, double check the two locations you looked for the smoke plumes on. Sometimes the drive takes a very long time to get through the vent, and you could have already been up the stairs before the plume activated. If you plainly missed the entangler shot, this is the time to do a redo shot and check the vents again. At this point, head through cargo and into the theater. Grab the VPR and continue out to the PAP part. Grab the part and activate the portal. If you're going to use the Stallion or Shadow shotguns, go around the building and take off Mule Munchies. Now would be a great time to grab the shotguns if you choose them. Head through the portal and pass through the medbay. Run up the stairs and left out to Pack-a-Punch. Grab the drive sitting out there and make a note of the symbol. Go into the portal and give your VPR a single Pack-a-Punch. Jump out of the portal and run to the break room. Sit in front of the window on the tile floor. While waiting for the Phantom to show up, you will want to kill the last cryptid. Wait to shoot the Phantom until he is in the room with you. The point of this positioning is to have the floppy drive that drops to be in a place where you can see the symbol without picking it up. You will also want to make sure the Phantom doesn't die right in front of Neil. If he drops the drive there, some of his slots will be blocked and you will be locked out of the Easter egg. Note the symbol and find the correct order. Slot the drive that you're still holding from out at Pack-a-Punch first, then slot the other three drives. Head straight through cargo and into the theater. Pull out your entangler while running through to the button. Suck the button, then shoot it into your preferred poster whilst heading out for the medbay portal. Surprisingly, proning is the easiest way I've found to hit the button quickly. I like to use my phone to snap a picture of the levers. Finish off the step, Then head downstairs and back towards spawn. If you own the Marauder, switch your OSA out for the Stallion as you pass by it. Spam left on the D-pad as you run over to Neil. Make sure you do it at least 7 times. Pick up Neil and walk right on out. If the trick worked, all doors should be able to be opened and no additional zombies should be spawned. After delivering Neil, get your VPR double packed and go right into the fight. If you brought the shotguns, you will need to make some points here. Otherwise, you should be able to enter the boss fight on the teleport you bring Neil in. Prepare yourself for the 3-phase mess we call this boss fight. Right as you enter, you are killing the 4 rhinos. Aim for their faces and try to stand diagonal to their start point so they have a harder time immediately charging at you. As soon as the 4th rhino dies, grab ammo and sit in the back of the cargo container directly next to the ammo cargo container. Kill the cryptids. As soon as they stop coming, quickly grab ammo, then run to the ramp. Seat yourself at the top of the ramp, but still low enough so that the ramping cargo container still protects you from the turret. Just keep killing cryptids until you hear a quote about rhinos or see one.
Another rhino!
This means the monitors will turn on in a few seconds. You'll need to hit them in a clockwise fashion. Use your VPR to kill any cryptids that spawn in front of you. Don't reload unless you run out of bullets because you do not want to get stuck while reloading. Spam the Marauder here for a very easy time. Take out the remaining cryptids and grab ammo. If you have the Stallion Marauder, sit in the ammo box cargo crate and just spam bullets and refill until the timer is over. If you have shadow shotguns, which sounds much cooler than they actually are, I suggest moving around while firing. Instead of spamming like with the Marauder, you will need to have the 2 guns alternate. The way I time it is shoot one gun to 0 when the other gun reaches 3 bullets. It is very unintuitive to spam with one finger and tap with the other. It gives you almost perfect cover though. Now for if you have neither of those guns, you will be training and only expending ammo to clear cryptids from right in front of you. Cryptids are very inconsistent, so taking you down here is very possible. Luckily, Director's Cut gives you 1 free down through Quick Revive. You can get another Quick Revive from the perks on the balcony, but you will have to pick it up before the rest of your perks come in. It is like half a second of time. While you're getting back into the map, decide if you either want to turn around and run or run straight forward. You don't really have the time to react to the spawn it gave you. If you guessed right, you run right through the perks and you picked up Quick Revive in time. If not, you ran into a wall. It's about a 50% chance if you get another Quick Revive. The way you will be running the room is by going up the ramps and dropping down. Only one side of the room will have its portals activated at a given moment. You will improvise what you do based upon that. If the portals are off on the side you're on, you may consider walking more of a portion on that side and taking it slow to allow the cryptids to keep bunched up. If the portals are active on the side you're on, stay vigilant for anything blocking your path. As you're heading up the ramp you camped on earlier, if the portals are off in front of you, you can drop off to the left-hand side and take a slightly longer but still very safe route. The biggest thing to keep in mind is where the rhino is. On solo there should only be one and you want him to always be in the middle of the room. If that rhino jumps up the ramp you are jumping off of, that is almost a guaranteed down, so don't let that happen. The last piece of mastery for this section I can teach is the swag jump. You can jump from the ramp near the perks all the way over to the cargo containers that the other ramp leads up to. It is a tricky jump because the cargo containers have odd collision. I'm not certain I fully understand what I feel with the jump, but I will try to explain it as clearly as I can. You can't aim for the closest corner directly because the cargo container on the left has like a little hook on its corner. You have to dodge that invisible hook. I hope the footage depicts this well. If you do choose to do this jump, do know that any cryptids that are behind you like to go all the way around and jump up the big drop down to get to you. This can screw you over quick with the nature of cryptids, so I don't recommend using this jump very often. Hopefully that is enough to get you through the 99 seconds, which is by far the hardest part of the fight. Now on to the mammoths. With these beefcakes, you will want to focus very hard on where you let them drop fire. Where you absolutely do not want fire is at the base of the ramp near the perks. First, take the mammoths up towards the perks. You will want to do damage to them here until the first portal activation. After that, your main loop is going to be through middle, then down the big drop down, shooting them as they cross the middle and before the big drop down. Here's the trick with fire. Think of it like a grid, but there's no fire on the grid lines. Even if it looks like there's flames on the lines are safe. This means no matter how much fire shows up in middle, you can run straight through it with no problems. The one problem with the VPR is the ammo count. You will need to refill your full ammo at least 3 times before the big guys will go down. Try to run ahead of the mammoths as they are taking the big drop down and quickly dip into the ammo box on your way through the middle. The biggest danger is if the second mammoth to take the drop down will find it faster to jump back up to get to you instead of moving with his buddy, placing him right in your way. Luckily, they telegraph their jumping with a noise. If you hear it through the wall, this means he's trying to ambush you. Instead of running into the blue raspberry beast, I prefer to take a left and loop around to get the mammoths back in sync. The last piece of knowledge I can give is that you get 4,000 points when a mammoth is killed. This is a sure way to know if one of them died before you even see the body. Alright, that's it. Looking back on the days when I demanded the Kendalls and Muller from the box, it just astounds me how simple it was the whole time. I do the Easter eggs of all the Zombies games on PS4 on stream. Please check me out over there. If this video helped you in any way, please tell me about it in the comment section. Hearing that a video of me talking about a video game was of value to anyone is dignifying. Maybe pass me a like and subscribe? A special thanks to SuperGoat420 for his invaluable input. On a final note, we hit 100 subscribers not long ago. Thank you to everyone who helped in that. I plan to release a video talking about the future of the channel very soon. Best of luck on beating Beast. Farewell.